All right, good morning, students. It is Monday, April 13th. It is a very snowy morning, and I'm here to give you your week 3 update and announcements. Just some quick updates. So far, you guys have been doing really great with all the work that's been going on. This week for weather, we're kind of toning things back a little bit because our assignments are going to be a little bit more technical, and we're going to be working a lot more with Google Sheets to make graphs and do some analysis. So you're really only going to have a couple of things to turn in. I'm actually going to put it all in just one assignment. So when everything is done, you turn in that one assignment for the week, and that's it. And then we're going to start going into some more concepts of weather in the next couple of weeks, but we're really focusing on that weather analysis. As some of you may have heard, we are continuing with digital learning for the next, actually for the rest of the year. It's a little bit of a bummer that I'm not going to see you guys, but hopefully next year, as you guys are coming through classes, you'll stop and say hi. I know that there's a few of you who are not going to be here next year, and I'm actually very, very sad about that. So please make sure you send an email saying goodbye. Make sure you check in with your friends if you are one of those students. And I'm going to go ahead and go to our announcements and, just the instructions for this week's assignment. All right, let's take a look at your assignment for this week. So lesson 7 is your one thing that is being assigned this week, and there is an extension. That means that the last part is optional. It's something fun for you guys to practice with some video editing skills again, but it is not required. The weather analysis here is required. So step 1 is to watch this video, How to Make a Graph, Part 1. Ms. Reiner made a video about step-by-step how you are going to make a graph of your data. If some of the instructions are a little complicated with where we're asking you to choose to do things, you can follow along directly with what Ms. Reiner does with her data and yours. Remember, this is data from lesson 2, and it's for all the weather that we've been collecting. So, you'll watch the video, and cool, I'm done with the video, and I've made my graph. Awesome. I am ready to move on to weather analysis. There's 4 parts to this weather analysis. There's the warm-up where you're going to answer a couple of questions. You should only finish this when you have made your graph and you're ready to copy and paste it in. So go through part 1, answer the questions. Go down to part 2. We're going to have you look at a graph of Ms. Reiner's data and answer some questions as well. Make sure that you're using this data table up here as well to answer your questions. We do want you to come back to that to look at the graph and make comparisons. Part 3, you're now going to look at a graph that uses 2 data sets. So this one uses temperature and air pressure to see how they're related. And then part 4 is where you actually need to copy and paste your graph into this box and then answer these 2 questions below. Now, once you finish all the sections, you can go through this quick checklist in your mind, make sure that you've finished everything, and then you can turn it in and you're finished with the weather analysis part. All right, so let's say that you're struggling to make a graph like Ms. Reiner is showing you with the 2 types of weather data. If you tried it, you're struggling, and it just isn't working out the way that you're picturing it, I'm going to say this. Thanks for trying, guys. We just want you to try getting a little bit more of some advanced Google Sheet skills, but if it's too much for you at this time, don't worry. I just want to say thanks for trying, and I'm going to show you what you're going to do instead. So if you go to our class, or for the lesson 7, there's graphing 1 weather data set. If you can only graph 1 and that gets you the best graph, just do that one data set. So just graphing date and temperature, or date and humidity, date and air pressure, that's totally fine. I just want you to try graphing with the two data sets. And if you still can't do it, I'm not going to hold it against you. I just want you to get practice making a graph in Google Sheets. So watch this video. It'll tell you what you need to do to make your graph to copy and paste in. You'll answer your questions on the weather analysis with it, and then you'll be done. So I want you to try it, but if it gets to be too stressful at this point, I'm not going to blame you if you want to go to the easier version. That's up to you. And I'm going to trust in your judgment to do it.